Well, today we're here with Jenny Bradbury and Adrian Buncle, two of the co-founders of GV Hospice. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
How did the two of you come to meet to start with?
Look, actually, I should have started. I'm Jenny Lewis. All my nursing.
All your nursing time you're known as Jenny Lewis.
Well, I always call you Jenny Lewis, and I never think to say Bradbury.
No, I was always Jenny Lewis.
All right. Well, we'll say we're here with Jenny Lewis and Adrian Buncle, co-founders of GV Hospice. Excellent. So, Jenny, how did you and Adrian actually meet?
Well, Merca Hospital, they asked me to set up an ICU before the GV was.
It's a Marina.
And there was a real shambles, and my friend came. And he helped me. He stuck up for me, and I was still working in the pathology department, and I had a lot of people help me there. But when I came out there, I had no one, and it was a real schmozzle. Adrian came and it was just marvellous to have someone to
give you some support.
Give me support. So we've been.
That was 1979.
Was it? 79. Gosh, yeah, I can't remember those dates.
But I came as a registrar on rotation for 6 months. But I knew a breath of fresh air. I came in and there's a mini intensive care upstairs, and it was fantastic. So that's where we became friends.
Yes, it was wonderful.
And when I ultimately came back permanently in the 80s, Jen was still there, had gone through all sorts of roles, but we just hooked up straight away. And
well, there was a lot of diabetes, and I'd come from a place that had training for, so I had a bit of knowledge. So I wrote to the Hospitals and Charities Commission and got a full-time person and 2 part-time and a motor car, which was marvellous. And then the oncology patients had to go to Melbourne to get their medicine, and they come back absolutely wrecked. They filled the hospital with so many people, and so I said to Adrian, for goodness sake, we should try to help them a bit, because they were filling up all the beds.
Not enough room at the inn, so to speak.
I could go and help them in their home. So my daughter said, I'd hardly on and spread, and it was absolutely full on.
So basically, Jenny, you started the domiciliary model.
Yes.
For the local area.
Yes.
In the diabetes first. And then
diabetes and
almost currently really the oncology and diabetes.
Oncology, yes. That Margaret, you had to go to St V's, did you, for every Wednesday. I used to miss you every Wednesday to get what.
Well, we had our own meetings every week too.
Yes. Absolutely. Friday night, Adrian used to come to hospital, or we went to every patient, and it was just so supportive for me, because we didn't have a lot of support.
So you were doing a lot of the nursing care, Jenny, in the homes?
Yeah.
On your own?
Yes.
Incredible.
It is.
But Adrian backed me. He gave me his private number, but I don't think I will.
No, you didn't hassle me at all, no.
No.
I think you had them all straightened out.
Well, we spent a couple of hours going through all these patients, but he sort of supported me
And you had good plans to go
absolutely
for each patient, which made it easier.
If I had too much pain, I could.
You knew what you could do to help manage it.
But
Yep.
then the doctors were trying to, and that was a real shabozzle, wasn't it?
I didn't find it too difficult. I was a bit surprised when Paul felt there was a bit of antagonism between some of the GPs and the services because we're invading what they've done for decades.
Oh,
really.
well,
It was new, that's right. Any change is difficult.
Absolutely, yeah. And I knew how to do it, but thank goodness Adrian supported me. It was a bit of a...
But the other girls in the services were all very supportive.
Oh.
I've forgotten their names now. It's
No,
so long ago.
Julie Poon said...
Oh yeah, but there were earlier ones than that in the domiciliary meetings.
Yeah, yes.
So how long do you think it was that the two of you sort of were caring for patients in the community before GV Hospice actually became GV Hospice?
Well, we were doing it from the early 80s, and when did hospice become hospice? 88, well, it's not that long on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a few years, that long you
Julie-
say.
6 or 8.
Julie Poon.
Yeah.
We looked after 50 patients.
So the two of you looked after 50 patients before GV Hospice really kicked off?
In that category.
In that category of client.
I ended up having a lot of oncology ones, which often became palliative care, and that's a lot of the patients came as my patients after a year or two, and that made it easy. I knew everything about them at the beginning, but I didn't do a lot of the home calls at all, and whoever she raked up to come along did it all.
Yes.
And so Julie joined you early on there, Jenny?
She helped me during the day, thank goodness, so I could concentrate. But I had 6 children, and they were very good. I used to have a roster, but Anne was very good to make sure that. But they were good. They were good. We had good meals, good healthy meals.
They were well looked after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The village helped get them to their sport and everything on the weekends. Had some good community members help you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, when the scouts and the girl guides and they're busy. A lot of people, they knew I was busy.
Yeah. And supportive of what you were doing. So did you ever think that the service would still be going 37 years later?
No. I was really, I was so exhausted.
When did you finish up with hospice?
2 years after they
2 years after they started, so about 1991 or something.
Yeah.
Still around as charge nurse and things in the medical wards, could channel people through to the right follow-up. So she was doing all that work anyway. Yeah. So you're still contributing anyway to the service, even though you weren't fully involved anymore.
No, but anyway.
You're pretty modest, aren't you? Hey. Were there any particular moments early on, Jenny, that you can think of about your interactions with patients or anything memorable?
I loved them. I was a bit of a softie. We got on very well together. I involved the family too. And that made a difference because they didn't have the support of the family. I encouraged them to
include the
family. That
families.
was good.
Yeah.
That helped too.
Adrian, what sort of attributions does this young lady have here
Didn't stop
to be able to help support the beginning of this?
It didn't stop. It was wonderful.
Well, I was a bit surprised when I came in '79 that, you know, there was somebody up there prepared to run a mini intensive care on her own. And I was the first registrar, and we had people on rotation following that, and so there was always somebody with a bit of experience, and so that just helped kick it along a bit further. And Jen seemed to end up in charge in all sorts of different areas there at different times. All the diabetes and the oncology service, which was mainly outpatients. And
they kept on involving me.
yeah, well, that was the point though. You knew how to handle the whole system, and you knew who to contact, and that's why, if you didn't know.
What are the attributes of Adrian that made this be able to come reality, do you think, Jenny?
It's just wonderful, because it just took all the I know that I could talk to him and we needed to get more pain relief. With Adrian's patients, I could look after that, which is good, because you were flat out. You were flat out. He said, just support me all the way. Right.
And you were both very focused on the patients.
Absolutely. 100%.
When you look back over your time of creating this amazing thing that's still going 37 years later, and how many lives and families you've touched by beginning something like this, what's one story that you really want everyone to remember?
Well, there was a patient came from Melbourne, and he had what he called a syringe driver, and for goodness sake, I had to learn how to drive it and how to...
Well, the little pumps had only just been developed.
Just wonderful. Oh, and this patient was just wonderful. Person, if he had a pain, and if he pressed it another time, it wouldn't work. That was just wonderful. And he actually, when he passed away, he gave it. Family gave it to me. I appreciated it so much. And the next patient. I got it, and the same thing. They were so impressed with the pain management, and thank goodness I had morphine to do it.
So it changed the game a bit for you then, the syringe driver.
Absolutely. Oh, he was so supportive. I knew exactly what I could do too, and I never overstepped, particularly for pain management.
And Adrian, what about you? Is there a story that you particularly want remembered for GV Hospice's history?
Well, all of it was fairly exciting. I don't have any single event, I don't think, really. A fairly broad practice, and I'm not even clear in my mind which ones ended up in palliative care. But I know that the service changed a lot once I had a team there, as small as it might have been at the beginning.
Julie Poon.
Yeah. And I'm not sure when Jenny Trewaffer got seconded to the place, but it was probably earlier than I originally thought. But she was good.
Yeah.
And then palliative care set up a specialty in their college, and I got grandfathered into that. And so I was one of the first 100 palliative care physicians in Australasia and New Zealand. And that gave us a bit more standing, and then Paul O'Dwyer did his diploma So all of a sudden you had 2 trained doctors, and the team already had been advertising themselves.
Their reputation already preceded
so people
them.
just flocked, really. I don't think they didn't want to have to go to Melbourne.
No.
And sitting in a car after chemotherapy and things like that was fun.
No. They came home very ill and had to be hospitalised.
But I mean, they didn't have glucometers when you set up the domiciliary diabetes, and you know the GPs, some of them were, you know, the older ones, a bit, you know, that's going to cause infections in the fingers and things, but it took off like a...
Yeah, incredible really, isn't it? To think
it all happened
how
at
it all
once.
started. Yeah, it sounds like it. And so there was obviously a group of people supporting you to be able to do this work early on while they were trying to create some momentum.
I had the support of Adrian, which is, I knew I could pick up the phone and his private number.
Yes,
But
wow.
without you there, we'd never have got going. There would be no nurses, no practice, really.
You were really the conduit between everything, Jenny, like the hospital
Not
and the
in just one
doctors and the
sphere,
patients and, you know, in so many different realms by the sound of the stories,
Probably needed a bit of protection from administration. And they're never terribly cooperative.
No. Well,
I didn't mind fighting there, but government draw the line.
Yeah.
And so community members got on board with the idea. Do you remember some of the community members that helped support you in the early times as you were getting this happening?
Frank Purcell was the one in the...
he was in the department.
And he was pretty helpful, really. He never sort of slowed us up at all. And John Hetherington was more the political arm there.
Yes.
And I'm not sure what year, I'm not sure what year anybody came, but he was a lot later. I mean,
But he was supportive.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
very supportive.
So go in and battle this one, and they had a whole team there that were pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had some really good forces around you as well.
Absolutely.
To plough through all the bureaucratic things along the side while you guys were giving care to patients, would you say?
And we had a couple of good parties to cheer us up.
Jenny had a good cellar.
Well, you got to celebrate the little wins, don't you, along the way?
Absolutely. We put in a lot of time, a lot of hours, and I was pretty
Exhausted by the end. And many of those hours were volunteered.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is incredible in itself,
Well, yeah,
isn't
well,
it?
I mean, palliative care probably was. I mean, myself and Paul never drew a cent from anything there, not that we wanted to. A lot of the patients I happen to know because they'd been patients of mine earlier on. So it wasn't all that necessary, but yeah. In some ways, it's surprising it took off because we had to have a lot of people give time voluntarily.
Yeah.
From whatever aspect they were doing, and they were there.
Which is a credit to the community that
Probably
we have
still
around
are.
us. They are. Well, a few of them still are, yeah. Very much involved from the beginning right through, which is a credit to everybody that got this thing started. And we're lucky that we can be a part of it and carry it on for you. What's one thing you're most proud of throughout the whole experience?
People see me in the street and say, "Oh, you are the better diabetic sister." Maybe I can't go down the street sometimes. I know.
It's the faith that the population had in you is the most important thing. It's the most rewarding.
Well, thanks, Jenny, for letting us chat to you today.
Pleasure.
And yourself, Adrian?
Pleasure. Couldn't go without getting Jenny here.
Couldn't go without Adrian.
Yeah.
He was-
You were quite the power couple in the early days of GV Hospice.
And hospital too.
And in the hospital as well. So thank you very much for everything that you did to make this service what it is
I
today.
loved everything.